That's Fredbear, right? Yeah. Okay, so Fredbear's striking again. Meanwhile... Hey there, and welcome to FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage Night X by DaMikel over on Game Jolt. Now, for those of you who have been watching my channel for about, I would say, pretty much around 3-4 years, are probably aware that I played a game called FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage by the same developer way back when. The first year I was playing fan games pretty much. And this has dropped. This essentially was supposed to be a secret night for that fan game. And instead, they went ahead and turned this special night into its own standalone experience. Hence the name Night X. Now, if you haven't seen me play the original game, there'll be a playlist in the description below if you're curious to see what that's like. With that said, here are the credits, and I'm gonna let you see the intro tape that played before the main menu showed up.
I've received some disturbing news today. There's been movement in the old storage building. There's been nothing but radio silence in that building for years, and yet cameras picked up movement. I was unable to recover any proper footage of what happened inside, but it appears the animatronics were tampered with in some form, like they're being controlled. I know this is her, and though I do not know why she's appeared again after all these years, I cannot let this opportunity escape me. I've put out requests for a security guard to monitor the building. I'm hoping somebody responds soon. In the meantime, I need to hurry. I don't have much time. My daughter... I'm sorry. I'm on my way.
Alright, so obviously we heard that tape just now, and here we are. Now, there are no instructions for the night at all, so it's a lot of, pretty much, there's gonna be some trial and error here. Now, this looks quite interesting already. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, but with their, like, Fredbear looks really odd. Obviously, they have the keep out tape, and Spring Bonnie has, like, the acrylic shell by the looks of it. Just about it. You can't really see anything else. Obviously, we're dealing with the FNAF location, which I was not expecting, but you can see everything is boarded up. We even have a toggle map for the vents. Whole place looks quite different. Obviously, we have the same doors, and we also have these pipes. So I guess that's how you would kind of deal with the animatronics that go throughout these pipes or whatnot, whatever goes down here. Now, there is a thing that says room reset. Camera restarting. I guess that's something you would have to do to fix the cameras a bit. Oh. I can't check the lights. They're breaking down the boards. Okay. So while Fredbear does that... Wait, where'd they go? Okay. So I'm gonna guess for now, Fredbear shut the doors. Oh lord. Okay. I opened it too early. So let's see, if I were to count how many threats we might be dealing with here, we have possibly one in parts and service, one behind the cove maybe, obviously these two here, and something that's going to start going throughout the pipes here. You can keep track of them via these three cameras, and that's how we'll know, okay, where are they going exactly. But before I can even worry about that, I gotta worry about Fredbear first. Where'd you go? Ooh, hold on, close. Let's wait a little bit. Okay. 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 Oh, that's like a shock. I thought it was a light. Okay, never mind then. Where is Spring Bonnie though? Okay, well this is a bit concerning. They kind of evaded me pretty easily. They were on camera 7. That's Fredbear, right? Yeah. Okay, so Fredbear's striking again. Meanwhile, they had to have gone into vents. How did I miss them though? Alright, Spring Bonnie's active now. This time I gotta pay closer attention to camera 7. I was still trying to learn Fredbear, so Spring Bonnie got away from me. Oh, they moved. Okay, so you go... What the hell? Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so you... Oh! Wait, he snuck by? Oh... Oh, okay, Fredbear can go either way. Okay, he just finally decided to go for the right this time. Now that you're back there, I can actually focus on Spring Bonnie and actually learn their bloody mechanics. I have to say, I do actually really like Spring Bonnie's design with like the... Well, I guess I don't know how to explain if it's like... It makes me think of like, they have like that glow-in-the-light paint on them or something. It's actually a really nice, what? It's a nice detail. Wait, where'd the fox go? Oh, you're right outside. Shoot. Hold on. Oh, come on. What the hell? Wait, so what do you do? Oh my god. Well, that's not good. Oh, vent. Bloody hell. Okay, so... Spring Bonnie's kind of like an EMP for the door. The question is, how do you get rid? How do you stop them? Now let me see. Room reset. Let's see if that gets rid of him. Bingo! There. Oh my god. Now the question is, does a room reset send him back to the very beginning, or is it sending him back one camera at a time? Anyways, now that I know Spring Bonnie's all about EMP, I'll be sure to follow up on that more carefully. Oh, shoot. Okay, relax. So it's one camera at a time. Okay, now Foxy's out. Damn, the room reset takes up one... It takes up one bar. Okay, wait, which way? Okay, left side. I need Spring Bonnie to slow down. Alright, he's going for the vent. I gotta find out which vent he goes into soon. Which side? Left side? Middle. Come on. Okay. Where the hell are you? Okay. So far, the part of this that really like constantly worries me is that I have to be careful with the power, so I'm trying to like drag some of this stuff out. Oh god, wait, pause, chill. Okay, don't let him get away like that. What the hell? Got one of those nice screens for him. Look at that. Okay, and he's going on the right side. %. How? How in the world do you even manage this? I close it too. I was like thinking like he just left. Let me wait a little bit. Oh my god. Okay, so this time I'm gonna experiment by shutting the door and shocking immediately instead of waiting for them to hit it, because when they hit it they drain power as well. So I think that also could be affecting it. Let's see. Does that do it? Oh, whoops. Nope. Okay, so you don't want to shock him. You don't want to try and shock the door immediately. You need contact to kind of prove that he's there. Definitely doing a lot better now. It should hopefully turn 4 AM relatively soon, but then 40% still. If it can get to 4 AM around the 40% mark, then I'll feel a little bit more comfortable. I don't really want to risk a power outage. And of course, I'm also working under the assumption that there's no one else. Okay. Okay, Fredbear's gone. Now I can chill out a little bit. 36%. There better not be anyone. What? The hell is this? Oh no. The puppet. I don't know what this means. Okay. Hold on, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it. Bloody clown took advantage of the chaos. Okay, that puppet really tried screwing me over right there. Get out of here, get out of here. Alright, which way, which way, which way? Oh, you're skipping. You left. Come on. Oh. Shoot, 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 shoot. Alright, right side. Hurry up. Get out. Room reset. Come on. Okay. Come on, we're almost there. Yeah, you do skip cameras. Now you're skipping the whole bloody. There we go. That bum was skipping. I'm convinced now they were actually no. Well, no, I literally caught them on one of the hallway cameras. Never mind. They were just zooming past there. But there we go. 6 a.m. Oh, oh God. Oh. So now what? Oh, it's the puppet. So yeah, the puppet is the one that returned according to that tape. Jeez. What is that? Couldn't make it out. Oh, a crying child with the green balloon. You can see the tear tracks. Ah, see, there you go. You can even see the little green band she has. Huh, that's nice. Was that meant for me? Didn't feel like it. Oh. Oh, Henry. I guess he had a bit of a nightmare about his daughter. Well, I guess makes sense given what he's doing. Huh. That's interesting. But there you go. That's FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage Night X. Honestly, great job to everyone that was a part of this already. Obviously, very quick. I mean, it's a one-night experience. And yeah, it was a bit tough, obviously. I do like that you pretty much just have to figure it out on your own. It's not really the craziest thing in the world. I would say, like, the hardest one to figure out was probably Spring Bonnie, because I thought they were just going to be a normal character, normal door character, until they jammed my door. Which, given how quick Fredbear gets, getting caught by Spring Bonnie is pretty much done. You'd have to get insanely lucky and hope that they don't go, like, if Spring Bonnie catches you at the very end of the night, you would have to be very lucky and hope that they don't go down that door, especially with how quick they go through the cameras. But anyways, let's go. Oh God, that's right. I haven't even done 420. No. Okay. Animatronics. Red Bear. You have to see the whole thing. White Rabbit. Oh, that's such a. I really like that design. So I didn't even realize you have the white acrylic rabbit, and then they kind of like have this like yin and yang now with the black and white, and you have the black with the green eyes and whatnot. That's such a really nice design. I didn't even know that they had that. They pretty much literally switch between the white and black rabbit. Very nice. And then of course you have Tangle. That's a nice one. And then Charlie. That is a grotesque form for the puppet. Like obviously, like very, like this elongated tentacles and the face makes me think a bit of like Jeff the Killer, like face structure wise, if that makes sense. Very nice though. And jump scares. I think we only got red bears, right? We also have. Oh, I know. There's 2 for Red Bear. Power outage. So wait. So hold on a minute then. So how exactly do you get caught by Spring Bonnie? Cause that part I did not quite get. Right? Cause I got EMP'd one. Cause I that's right. I got that jump scare the first time around. But then they EMP'd my door, so I wonder if... So, I completely forgot to take that into account. How do you get caught by them? That part I don't know. Obviously, Tangle. That I did get caught by. And then, of course, Charlie. Jesus. And then behind the scenes, unfinished Red Bear concept, early 2020, around the time that the original game, or well, I guess at this point the main game was being developed. Obviously, again, this is something that would have shown up in the original game, but I guess I'm not sure why it didn't. Maybe they just decided that it wasn't needed for the main game, or just like maybe it just had to. It wasn't able to be finished in time. All concept art by Genpen. Early concept doodle, late 2022. Red Bear concepts. Obviously, I have some reference from FAZBEAR's Family Diner for a bit there. More concepts by August 16, 2022. So this is after the game dropped at that point. And then you have Red Bear sketch, which would end up being the final design. A reference sheet. The smile on his cheek is supposed to be drawn. Oh, so like an extension, kind of like the Joker almost. Also, I love the additional detail for Red Bear, the police tape. And you have the final reference sheet. The smile on his cheek is supposed to be drawn. Spine must be open. Plus, the wires resemble some kind of flesh. Mostly lean forward. Legs are slightly bent. Then you have White Rabbit's concepts. You had some ideas for like a withered Bonnie reference there. Then you have the second concept where they started working with the white and black theme. Third concept, lots of cracks because parts are made of porcelain. So yeah, I was somewhat close. It was like, I was thinking like an acrylic shell, but I guess in this case it's actually made out of porcelain. But still, it was like that cracked aesthetic, that cracked like shell under the suit was what I was thinking of. And then they were talking about like human eyes, which kind of didn't happen so much the same way. It was more so like, again, those glowing eyes really. That would be part of the final design. Made of some kind of porcelain, so the whole body has a lot of cracks. I mean, it looks really nice. And the fact that you can see also, it's a bit of a, like in the black version of the suit, obviously it makes sense you would see the children's handprints all over the suit as they probably tried resisting. And it also, like, having the handprint on the mask feels also like a bit of a callback, obviously, to FNAF 1's Freddy. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's just overall very nice. You know, in terms of references and just environmental storytelling-wise. Then you have Early Tangle with 3 parts. You have a second set of sharp teeth, Ender-like hands, melted toys. This would be, I guess, the 3 parts. One would be, like, the main fox part. The others are like the melted toys from the, you know, FNAF 2, or I guess in this case FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage, like the main game. And they're like hands, which allows them to kind of like crawl and slink their way through those pipes. Then you have the second concept. While I loved how this body looked in the concept art, it would have been too difficult to animate it in the ducts. And so that's why instead of all these innards, they kind of went for more like actual appendages. And then the final reference. And then initial puppet concept. This was actually early this year. And then the final piece of concept was for the concept art for the game pretty much a little over a month ago. Or no, almost 2 months ago now. And then gameplay mid-2023. Earlier versions of the game used kit-bashed assets from the official FNAF games as placeholders. Placeholder examples like Mangle, Bonnie, Freddy. Then you have the design of the office starting to take form. Camera test renders early last year. I had always wanted to make a Mangle jump scare where she jumps down from the ceiling. I was very happy making this one. You have more of the model designs, the children's art. You even have drawings for the Black Rabbit, White Rabbit, Sorry, It's Me. Also, I really like this music. Night X was inspired by a dream I had in August of 2019. I was in a red office hiding from Red Bear and Xangle from the FNAF World Troll game, as well as Old Man Consequences from the real FNAF world. Immediately, I wanted to turn this dream into some sort of secret night. While very little from the dream was carried over besides the red color scheme, it was the catalyst. The plan was to put the night in the main game, FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage, and hide it behind a series of minigames and lore dumps available after beating the game's 20 mode. This fell through due to the bloat of the project file and the idea was scrapped, so that's why. I'm aware that over 6 years is an absurd development time frame for a single night I'm aware that over 6 years is an absurd development time frame for a single night fan game, but it wasn't 6 years of continuous development. Work would happen in short bursts as motivation came and went. While I had no real obligation to finish the project, I wanted to for a number of reasons. Night 6 of FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage was pretty heavily criticized for its instructionless approach. I wanted to prove to myself that I could make an instructionless night work. The main game was also lacking the story department, since most of the game's planned context was lost with the removal of Night X. I saw the completion of this project as me righting a few wrongs. Now, obviously, I can't really speak so much on the story aspect since it's been over 3 years since I played the game. I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm fairly confident this will be my last traditional FNAF fan game. I've got other projects I'm excited to dedicate my time to, but who knows what the future holds. Regardless of what I end up doing next, I hope you guys will be around for it. Thank you for all your support and for giving my silly little projects a whirl. Until we meet again, Michael. Honestly, that was really well done. I mean, I can see why. I think the instructionless approach to games like this in general can work. I think sometimes the thing that could be tricky with something like that is depending on like how the animatronics get introduced and like what kind of time manner. So like in this game, right, they start off with FAZBEAR, who is pretty like obvious with the doors. Like, yeah, I did die twice, but I still kind of figured out like pretty easily, like, oh, okay, door. Obviously, when they're in contact, you know, the giant red contact button, shock. And FAZBEAR gets to attack maybe like twice before then Spring Bonnie comes into play. Obviously, Spring Bonnie was a bit trickier, but you literally had the reset room mechanic on, you know, most, if not all, the cameras, which made it a bit easier to understand. I just didn't expect them initially to be dealing with that mechanic. I thought they were going to be another door mechanic. Tangle was very obvious, right? Like, yeah, I saw the pipes, saw the cameras, like, okay, I already know there's gonna be a character that goes here. I had a feeling Tangle had to be that character. And then the puppet was also, again, very obvious, because with the, you know, exclamation points, like, they make, like, they're not mechanics that are, like, that they're gonna take you, like, dozens of tries to figure out or get a handle on. So I think this implementation was done pretty well. I don't remember what my comments were on night 6 of the main game, so I can't really compare it to that. I'd probably have to re-watch that video and see what I thought of it at the time. I guess, like, for me, when it comes to an instructionless approach to these kinds of games, like, the main thing that matters is, for one, not tossing so much at the player at once, and especially if you're gonna have multiple animatronics introduced in a night without instructions, yeah, you can't obviously let them all go free at once. You gotta, like, let them learn one character, and then they can start progressing through the next character, you know, like, start bringing them in iterations. And once the player knows all the mechanics, or once they actually manage to fend them off once, then you can start picking up the pace, which this game does, and I think they do it well. Now, with that said, given, I don't even know if I'm gonna beat this, because if I, like, got bare bones, like, how's it gonna work with the power is my main concern. That's my main concern. Can your cameras even last? Oh god, they're already breaking through. Like, can my cameras even last, or my power last in 420? I'm not convinced. Come on. Shoot, don't tell me you left. Oh, you left. Oh, now you're back. Come on. Are you attacking or did I jump the gun? I jumped the gun. Oh, no you don't. Yeah, like look at that. 80% on a bloody... 80%. Right side. I missed them. Damn it. Yeah, I'll give it a few more attempts, but I don't see myself beating this one. Mainly because of the power. The power is so far going to be the biggest struggle. You have to be real ballsy. Just like sitting without looking at your cameras. It's the only way. It's the only way. Oh, I missed you, didn't I? Did I miss you? Oh. Yeah, look at that. 50% at 2 a.m. It's cooked. I saw the middle. I probably could have made it. I'm probably gonna leave it there, honestly. I mean, the power is just too close. I don't know how you're supposed to manage the power close enough with the way how they're active the way they are. Because again, I got to 6% power with the normal loop, right? And so far, I think the biggest obstacle is gonna be the fact that you can't even try and conserve power at the beginning like normal. So I'm not sure how you can actually beat 420 mode with the power being that way it is. You would have to get insanely lucky, I think, for the power to last as long as you need it to. But with that said, that's going to be it for Night X FAZBEAR Entertainment Storage. Overall, a fun one-night experience. I'm glad that the developer managed to finally make this night come true, right? Obviously, they wanted this to be part of the main game, but the main game ended up being too bloated with the project file. I don't know how exactly that pertains to like game development, honestly, but it's cool that they at least managed to make this a game out of itself, you know, in of itself, even all these years later after the game came out. And not only that, but the whole idea that birthed this night, with it being a dream with Red Bear and everything, is actually pretty cool. And obviously they kind of make that tie into having it be essentially Henry's dream while he's working on Lefty. I think in general I covered my thoughts on the game, like when I was talking about like how they did the whole instructionless approach. From a gameplay aspect, obviously, yeah, it works well. Very similar to like the FNAF gameplay loop, but obviously with like some different mechanics with the pipes for Tangle and having to reset Spring Bonnie, and the puppet comes in later on. And as far as an instructionless approach goes, it works well. Already mentioned I like the models, especially Spring Bonnie. That's probably my favorite, or I guess White Rabbit I should say. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, hit that notification bell to keep up to date on future videos. The game will be description as always. Great job once again to everyone that was a part of it. Excited to see what DaMikel comes up with in the future. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. Take care.